Joe Polizzi here with episode 499 of the Content Inc. podcast. So you probably guessed I have a couple big things coming up. First, this podcast was started back in 2014 to promote the first edition of the Content Inc. book. It will be 500 episodes next week. I know I need to do something big for this. I'm not sure what. If you have any ideas, please shoot me a note. But 500 next week, big deal. Second, I literally 10 minutes ago just finished the draft of my new book, Burn the Playbook. I'm super excited about it. It'll be ready by Content Entrepreneur Expo, August 24th in Cleveland. I'll probably start selling pre-orders in early August. I'm not sure. I'm working on the plan right now, but step one is done. Now the most important part is the marketing of the whole thing, and I'm working on that. But this book is really important to me. It's the book that I wanted to write for my kids and all the things that I wanted them to know. But it's for the 9-to-5er that doesn't see purpose anymore. It's for a creator looking for success. It's for the recent graduate on what do I do now. So that comes out soon. Feels like a big deal, big time, as you go through these projects as part of your career. And right now I'm in this burn the playbook mode. So very excited about that. Now, just before putting this whole podcast episode together in conjunction with my newsletter, I really sat alone thinking for a while. What did I really want to talk to you about? What did I really want to write about? And the question popped into my head. And here's the question. If I had to start over today, what would I do? And thus, this podcast episode. So I want to go through these different steps. I think it'll be helpful for you. The first, let's talk about a blank slate. Now, if I lost everything, so this is the audience, the money, the reputation, I had to start over, what are the steps? Step 0, which I think you can't really call it a step 1 because you just have to be like, where am I? What do I still have? What are my skills, my story, my scars? Just because my list is gone, my audience is gone, doesn't mean the asset is necessarily. So this helps frame that I'm not really starting from nothing. There's a little bit there. So step 0 is taking the inventory. Step 1, cry. I'd spend at least a week screaming into the void, asking the Lord, why me? And then I would get down to business and I'd remind myself that there's never been a better time to start over. The tools today are free, the gatekeepers are gone, and the only thing missing is my plan. So I think there's a huge opportunity here. So if any of you are at step 0, step 1, it's okay. It's still a great time to start a business today. Okay, so now I'm on step 2. I'd pick a weirdly specific niche. I'd spend some time to really find my purpose, my tilt. And as Warren Buffett and Simon Sinek discuss all the time, every successful person is really good at one thing. So what am I really good at? Or know something different that can truly differentiate me in what I'm about to do. And it's not about being louder and flashier, right? It's about being more specific, more real, and more essential to a group of people who need exactly what I have. So I need to work on it, but I would think about things like helping laid off corporate marketers build a business around one weekly email, helping Midwest Gen Xers who want to escape the job ladder and own something by 50, teaching people with 1,000 email subscribers how to make a full-time income, helping podcast hosts averaging over 10,000 downloads per month turn their show into a live event, a book, and a revenue flywheel, something like that, something I feel like I have some expertise on. And I'd obsess over a tiny group of people with a burning problem. I need to remind myself that you can never be too niche. The more specific, the better. And I'm already thinking that a number of the ones I just talked about are not specific enough. Step 3, I'd want to define success. So what will success look like? I'd spend some time visualizing what that could be. My family life, my money needs, my living situation, my career goals. Basically, what do I really want here? What's the dream? Then I would write that statement down in my journal and review it every day. Something like, We are the leading event education resource for podcast hosts and sell the company for $2 million in 2028, something like that. Remember, review it all the time. You can make this thing real. Neuroplasticity, folks. Step 4, I'd start an email newsletter once or twice a week, probably twice per week, and this would be my non-negotiable. I'd write one useful, entertaining email 2 times per week. No fluff, no templates, just my honest take. And this would be my home base for everything. The email list is the new land. Social is just the rented space. And even though I really like using Kit, it's what I use now for my orange letter, I might opt for Substack, and I'm looking at that right now, where you get the benefit of the direct connection email with a little more help from a network, which is the social media part. So I'd really start to look at that. My colleague Robert Rose, who's on the This Old Marketing podcast with me, really loves Substack and is trying to convince me to use that, so we'll see. Step 5. Now I got to spread the word. I would create a list of 15 to 20 places where I believe my audience is hanging out, mostly other newsletters and podcasts. I would reach out and form a relationship with these people to do guest articles and serve as podcast guests. I would also prepare a few sample speeches and start submitting to relevant in-person events. Step 6, write the book. As I create my newsletter, I would start thinking about how I could take these newsletters and put it into a print, ebook, and audiobook for sale. This will ultimately become my greatest marketing vehicle, the business card everyone wishes they had. And of course, I would use Tilt Publishing to do that. Step 7, I would launch a product before I feel ready. Now, by month 2, 3, I'd offer something, a digital guide, a paid workshop, a 1-hour consultancy, not to make money, but to get some skin in the game and test what people will pay for. That second part's the most important. And you really have to test what people are willing to pay for your services. And you got to remember, revenue doesn't come from a viral moment. It comes from consistent service to a small group of loyal people. Step 8, build in public. I document the wins, the fails, the lessons. People don't follow perfection, they follow momentum. And I'd most likely include my own content creation strategies in every newsletter so people know what I'm doing. Step 9, let's stack some assets, right? By month 6, I'd package my best content into a course or a membership or a mastermind that I could continue to sell ongoing for some real long-term leverage. So whatever it means. And courses are passé at this point, so maybe not a course. Masterminds and memberships really are the hot thing going, but we'll see at that time what people will pay for. And then step 10, then I would diversify into a second channel. So by 6 to 9 months, probably longer, but we want to be aggressive because I just lost everything. I should have a small but growing email newsletter following, a newly published book, a speaking event here or there, some podcast appearances, a couple small consulting clients, and a newly launched course or mastermind. Now, if the small wins are there, I would diversify into a second channel, most likely a podcast, which could also be a YouTube show. But more than anything, this would be marketing for the main channel, the email newsletter. Now, to conclude on all, this plan will not go viral. Nothing like that. It will not get me millions of views. But if executed correctly, it will gain financial freedom inside 5 years. The freedom to choose what I want to do, when I want to do it, and it really will make me free. So that's the hope. Now, if you're already creating, the question to you isn't, how do I grow faster? It might be, if you had to start from scratch, what would you do differently? And that's probably where your next move lives. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm Joe Pulizzi. If you know somebody that could benefit from hearing that message, please pass it on. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. More subs tell me I'm doing something right here, so thanks. And I'll talk to you next Monday for number 500. Let's go.